What is up, everyone? I am currently walking around Masaya. This is another super early morning. Got up at 5 a.m. and caught a bus from Leon to Managua and now Masaya. It's about 8 a.m. I am going to meet a friend and then we are actually heading to Ometepe. It'll be my first time there, so I'm pretty excited. But first we are going to grab a bite to eat and get some coffee, and then we will be on our way. Alright, so we just got off the bus in San Jorge, just past Rivas. San Jorge is where the port is to Ometepe. So we are walking towards the ferry now. It was like a 2.5 hour bus ride. We were standing in the middle, in the aisle for about half the time, which was pretty fun. But we got seats toward the end. But now we're, looks like about 50 yards, 100 yards to the ferry. So we're gonna go buy a ticket there. I think it's about an hour ferry. So we should be on the island pretty soon. All right, so it is the next day. We actually got into the island a little bit later than we thought last night. It was about 5 o'clock. We were at the port for the ferry for like 4 hours. Unfortunately, right when we got there, my friend, somebody stole her phone, so we were trying to figure out what to do. We know exactly who did it, which stinks, because a couple minutes after we realized that the phone was stolen, we remembered somebody came behind me and pushed me really hard, like aggressively. So I looked back and he distracted me and apologized for like way too long. So I was a little bit confused, but it makes sense now that I guess it was maybe just him, or he might have had somebody else. But if you are traveling, make sure to be careful with that. A lot of times people who are trying to steal something travel in groups, and one of them will distract you and the other person steals your stuff. So if you are traveling, just make sure to keep all your valuables like in a safe place. It's a good idea to wear your backpack like on the front, on your chest, so you can keep an eye on everything if anybody's trying to get their hand in there. But like I said, we were there for a while trying to figure out what we could do. Then we got to Ometepe about 5 o'clock. We went straight to our hostel. We're staying, it's called Hostel Finca Monserrath, something like that. It's a nice finca. It's a lot of land, real nice area, maybe 5 minutes driving outside of the main city of Moyogalpa. But today we actually rented a scooter. I have the scooter here behind me, and we've been riding that around. It was really funny. It was $20 for the scooter for 1 day, and I didn't have to sign any papers. I didn't have to do anything. Basically, the guy was just like, here's the keys, here's the gas, here's the brakes, go for it. Which, to be honest, riding around, getting started, 2 people, it's a little bit heavy. So like, once you get going, it's not too bad. But at the beginning, I was like, I'm gonna crash this thing. But it wasn't too bad. We just went to, it's called Ojo de Agua. It's like a really popular place here. It's like a pool that is natural, so it's this huge space that's maybe like chest height water, and a lot of people are swimming there. They've got restaurants and drinks, so apparently that's a popular spot here. That was about 30 minutes from our place, so it was a long ride. So we just went there. Now we are on our way back. We're gonna check out a little bit of the scenery as we head back to the finca, and then probably maybe take a nap or rest a little bit. But let's take a look at a little bit more of the island.
You got to let it go. 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 I'm ready to let go, go. I'm ready to let go. I'm ready to let go, go. I'm ready to let go. I'm ready to let go. got to let it go.
Alright, so we just made it back to the Hostel Finca Monserrath, something like that. We are going to, like I said, take a nap, I think, for a little bit, and then probably head into the city a little bit later tonight. Not exactly sure our plans. We might go see the sunset. I heard there's a nice place to see that. But yeah, we're just going to relax here for a little bit, and then later tonight we will probably head back into the city. So I'm here in, I think it's called Punta Jesus Maria, something like that. But it's like a long stretch of sand, like a sandbar that goes way out into the lake here. And they've got all sorts of music and serving lots of alcohol. There's a lot of drunk people here. But it looks like a good area to swim a little bit and hang out and party if you want to do that. But we came here to check out the sunset, and the sun is setting now. We're probably gonna leave before the sun actually goes down. The road is a little bit sketchy. It's like made of dirt and a lot of sand. I actually almost fell down on the way. I felt horrible. Basically what happened is I was going, and there's so many cars, there's not enough room, so you have to stop. And it was so much sand that my wheels started slipping out when I started going. And so the scooter started tilting to the side, and there was a car, and I almost ran into the car, and there was like 10 people watching. It was pretty embarrassing, but hopefully I don't do that on the way back. But we are gonna head back out. I think we're gonna go into the city, grab some dinner, and then just relax at the hostel the rest of the night. And then tomorrow morning we will be heading out. So not a super long trip here, but it's definitely been relaxing. Like I said, we're going to head into town to grab a bite to eat and then hang out at the hostel from there. So it is the next day again, also the last day. We just checked out of the hostel, and now we are walking back to the port to catch the ferry. But the trip was a lot of fun. It was really short, only 2 days. I definitely would like to come back and hike the Volcano Concepcion. And there's also a really big waterfall. I think it's called San Ramon, something like that. And that's supposed to be really nice. I've seen a lot of pictures. It looks really really cool. It's like a 2-hour hike to get there apparently, but I was reading some reviews. It's the dry season still here, and apparently there's not much water, so not much waterfall. And it's also on the other side of the island, I think close to Volcano Madeira. So that was a little bit too far for us to go in our short trip. But again, a lot of fun. Definitely hope to come back soon. But again, we are walking to the port, and then we are heading back to Masaya. So I'll go ahead and end the video here. But as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.